Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Hare Hare Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamine Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatari Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this Mangalacharan was written by Srila Prabhupada, so he didn't write about his mantra. But of course we have to offer him our obeisances first. So we'll read the purport. While reading the purport, we will discuss somewhat. Now, yesterday when we came for the first time and I met Patri Prabhu and everybody, we were discussing our theme for this weekend is Krishna in Vrindavan, right? And then we were thinking that this verse is from the Mother Diti performing the Pumsavan Yagna. Mother Diti is performing the Pumsavan Yagna, right? She is doing that Vrata in order to get to please Lord Vishnu, and the birth of Maruta will happen after this kind of So we were thinking how to connect Vrindavan. But then when we read the purport, I think there could not be any better verse than connecting with Krishna in Vrindavan. So you will all see that when we see that. So we'll start with the purport. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai. In this verse, the words Tato Shri Bhagavan Prabhu mean therefore you are the supreme personality of Godhead, the master of heaven. Godhead is endowed with all six opulences in full. And we all know that. Which are those six opulences? We can, everybody can name one. We all know that, but all beauty, and all, he is all renounced. But there are four more. Everybody has to say one only. So I gave all the easy ones. So now all these Maharathis are out. Okay. So what are the other three? Knowledge, strength, and wealth, right? So beauty is already said. So now in moreover, and all six appeals in full, and moreover, he is extremely kind to his devotee. Right? Although he is full in himself, he nonetheless wants all the living entities to surrender unto him so that they may engage in his service. Right? And thus he becomes right. Although he is full in himself, he nonetheless becomes pleased when his devotees offers him patram pushpam phalam toyam yomi bhaktya prayasyati tadaham bhakti upahatam ashnami prayatatma. A leaf, fruit or water in devotion. Sometimes the Lord, as the child of Mother Yasoda, requests his devotee for some food as if he were very hungry. Devotees in a dream that his temple and his garden are not very old, are now very old, and that he cannot enjoy them very nicely. So which pastime is this? I think this is the pastime of Lord Jagannath. Please correct me if anybody knows that. Lord Jagannath comes to kind of a dream to his devotees, and this particular pastime, that's what if anybody else remember, please tell me the devotees to repair them. Sometimes he is buried in the earth. Now, which pastime is that? Which is the pastime where Lord is buried in the earth? And and then and and if as if unable to come out himself, he holds the entire multitude of universe on his head. He cannot get out of the earth. So he's requesting his devotee. Which deity is this pastime? See, you guys have to help me. Otherwise, the Bhagavatam class ends usually at 8:10. So we're gonna go up to 8 o'clock, 8 to 8:10. We will have some interactive discussion, but we will start it from now onwards. Which is the deity? That deity is requesting, huh? Varaha avatar. I mean, that the Lord takes out the earth from the Garbhoda question. But which is the deity? Gopal deity. Actually, so this is Madan, the Srinathji. Actually, both of Srinathji and Govindji, both of them, they were buried into the right. So there's a this wonderful pastime with Madhavendra Puri that he came to him. He gave him a milk. And then he came to Baba. You didn't know me. I came. Then he came into the said, please rescue me. My pujaris have put me over there, and there for many decades, get me out. Right? Probably centuries, because it happened before 5,000 years, and Madhavendra Puri came just before 500 years, right? Just before Lord Chaitanya. So, like for 4,000 years, Lord is sitting there. So, yeah. So that is the Govindji also has the same story that a Kamadhenu was milking over there. And somebody said, why this cow is dripping the milk over here? And then they kind of take the Lord out from both Gopalji and so now the um, sometimes he tells Rayan, we sometimes he requests his devotees to preach his glory all over the world. Who is that devotee? He is the Lord himself. But who is that? Yes, Srila said, I didn't want to come, but he says, you go. I will have everything for you. I will everything have arranged for you, right? Isn't this so much unbelievable, inconceivable? A 70-year-old man, right? Coming before like 1960s, hardly any of us are here, right? Earliest Indians started coming late 60s, hardly. That's completely inconceivable. That too also somebody have who comes here, has 3 heart attacks, then he comes after 1 year and he gets a stroke. Like two major illnesses. Both of them are life killer. People, the life changes. After two major illnesses, somebody does this. It's completely inconceivable, unbelievable. But still Prabhupada used to say that, yeah, I mean, he says, yeah, Krishna requested me. So that's why I came. I didn't want to come here. You know, when devotee says, don't desire to be here so long. Sometimes you say, we out of this. No, no, Prabhupada. No, no, he said, get out from this place. You don't you ever think so? Right? I didn't want to come here this place. Why would I come? But I came because he told me. So that we're reading the uh, he requests his devotees to uh, although he is quite competent to perform this task, he is asking his devotees to preach his glories throughout the world. Even though, even though the Supreme Personality of Godhead is endowed with all possessions and is self-revelation, he depends on his devotees. Therefore, the relationship of the Lord with his devotees is extremely confidential. Right? Only the devotee can perceive how the Lord, although full in himself, depends on his devotee for some particular work. This is explained in Bhagavad Gita 11.33. Tasmanatvamokste svayasho labhasam jitva sattvam pungsvarajya samruddham निहतापूर्वमेव निमित्तमात्रं भवसाचि निमित्तमात्रं भवसा. So where it Lord tells Arjuna, Nimitta Matra Bhavasavesachi. Oh Arjuna, merely be an instrument in the fight. Lord Krishna had the competence to win the battle of Kurukshetra. Who can doubt that, right? Right. But nonetheless, he induced his devotee Arjuna to fight and become the cause of victory. Right. Lord Krishna and Balaram had defeated 17 times Jarasandha. Right. And each time he was bringing the army equal to both Kaurava and Pandava had it. 23 Akshavanis every time. Right. Here there was one had 11 and one had 7. Every time they were came, and they were only single-handed, having, I mean, and that was enough fun. So finally he said, okay, I'm gonna run. This is not enough fun, killing all these people. So he ran out of that, right? That's the Supreme Lord, just to have fun. You know, there's so many more reasons that why he ran away, you know. But he just to have fun, he said, okay, I'm the final, the last time, I'm not going to kill this Kala Yavanam. My devotee Muchukandu will kill. And actually, Mother Rukmini was calling him. So he said, hell with this fight, I'm gonna go rescue her. Okay. So Lord Krishna had them. Okay. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was quite competent enough to spread his name and mission all over the victory, all over the world. But still he descended upon, still he depended upon his devotee to do this work. Considering all these points, the most important aspect of the Supreme Lord's self-sufficiency that he depends on his devotees. This is called his causeless mercy. The devotee who has performed this causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead by realization can understand the master and the servant. So, I think there are so many points in this one. And I think what we want to discuss this, we are at in Vrindavan, Radha Damodar Dham, right? We discuss about Govindji and Gopalji. Radha Damodar is the deity of none other than whom? Is a worshipable deity of whom? Radha Damodar is the deity of the Tattva Acharya, right? It is carved by Sri Rupa Goswami with his personal hand and given it to Jiva Goswami. So he is the Tattva Acharya. He is the epicenter of the spiritual world, right? So we are at the epicenter of spiritual world. We want to go deep into the Vrindavan mood. So this one sentence, I found it so much kind of you know even though the Supreme Personality of Godhead is endowed with all possessions and is self-sufficient, he depends on his devotees, right? Therefore, the relationship of the Lord with his devotees is extremely confidential. So, Krishna is saying here, like we read, Patram Pushpam Phalam Tvam, right? We know all that verse, that whatever my devotee gives me with love, a leaf, flower, water, I take it, and the devotion that pleases me, and I take it with so much with the love, and I enjoy it. Ashnami. He said, actually, I eat Ashnami, right? I'm Lord is self-sufficient. He like a even ordinary jiva is free of hunger. What to speak of Lord? Like we are when we become fully spiritualized, we become free of sin, free of hunger, free of age, free of death, sinless, ageless, deathless. One of the symptoms is that we don't have any more appetite also. We don't get hungry. So what to speak of the Supreme Lord? But he still said, I eat. I eat. Then in the following verse, he says that, okay, you know what? So Krishna is asking us to offer what to offer. Then in the same chapter, I think 9.27, right? What is the verse that everybody knows that? 9.27. Yat karoshi yadasnasi yajjuhosi dadasi yat tapasasi kaunteya tat kurushva vadarpan. Right? So he says, Krishna said, okay, if you cannot do what, I mean, just whatever you do, connect with me, right? I think that's kind of a very high tone order. Whatever I do, I have to put Krishna into that one also. Now, can anybody tell me what can be higher than that? Krishna says that you offer me patram pushpam phalam toyam, right? Or you do whatever you eat, whatever austerity you perform, whatever charity you do it for me. Do it, right? What could be higher than that? So, Sarva Dharman Paritejya is higher than this. Why? The mood in Sarva, we can all sing the verse. Sarva Dharman Paritejya Mamekam Sharanam Raja Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayishyami Ma Sucha. So, Mataji, yes, we know the meaning. give up everything, surrender unto me, and I will protect you from all sins. Don't worry. You say this verse, that mood is higher than this. Please tell me why. Why would you say that that mood is higher than whatever you do offer to Krishna? You have another mic, or we can everybody can hear, right? No problem. Yes, I agree with that. But here there's a caveat. You still Mahasucha, relief from the sinful actions, right? I mean, it's the very kind of a very elevated platform. If I can take the full shelter of Krishna, right? But then there is an assurance is there, relief of the sins also. Wouldn't it be higher that I'm not worried about my own welfare and I completely surrender to you, right? That so something could be higher than that mood also, right? The first thing is Krishna says that whatever you do something that than what I tell you to do. You cannot do that, then whatever you do, connect with me, right? But then higher than that is that, my dear Lord, what can I do for you, right? All the time, your business is my business, right? In the 27 verse, whatever is our business, somehow we try to connect Krishna. But the real thing is that whatever is your business, that's my business. I have no separate business. Right? It's not like whatever you eat, whatever you do charity, whatever you kind of austerity. No, whatever you want, then I be the king, and you want, then I be the seeker. Right? So, where is that verse in the Bhagavad Gita, following chapter 9? Right? In the chapter 12, God is saying that, Mayeva mana adasva, right? I think before that, that is the verse number. Before I think 12.7 and 6 is this is the verdict on that one. So, right, I will read that verse. What is the conclusion of Bhakti Yoga is the Mayi eva mana adhastva, Mayi buddhim niveshaya. That's the conclusion. You give up your mind, give up your interest, and everything unto me, your man and buddhi, which is the driving force in all of us, right? Whatever we do, our mind and intelligence. Mind can say do so many things, but buddhi says no, no, right? So, but Krishna says that give up your man and buddhi completely to me. So, nivashashi mayeva pata urdhvam na sanshaya. Throughout Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says that ananya cheta satatam yo mam smarati nityasha, right? Right. Then the Ananya Bhav, so exclusive and all the time. That is the topmost devotion, right? We can say that's the so somebody who is. Can anybody quote any other verse for Ananya? See, I know all of you have came so much traveling yesterday, waking up early and the Mangla Aarti. So, I mean, it's so much austerity. And then sitting in the Bhagavatam class in front of me is real, the the epitome of the austerity. So, please tell me, any other verse from Bhagavatam where you remember Krishna says, Ananya. Actually, Ananya word, Ananya Chintayanto Ma, Ye Jana Paripasate, Isham Abhi Yogakshama. And there is Ananya Neva Yogena, Mam Dhyayantu Pasta, right? Ye tu sarvani karmani, Mahi Sanyasya Madvara, Ananya Neva Yogena, Mam Dhyayantu Pasta. So, this is what is the perfection of devotional life. All the time and exclusive. What can we do? Sometime exclusive, I don't know, right? How many of us care? I'm exclusively devoted to Krishna, but this is what Krishna wants. Now, can anybody say what is? I mean, of course, the Vrindavan Vasis, Vrajavasis, they are the topmost on this at this platform. Is there any platform higher than this? This is the twist, right? We are in the Vrindavan. We have to go into the Vrindavan mood. What could be higher than that? All the time. thinking about Krishna exclusively, right? We at least we must dream this. We must hanker for it, right? We must pray for it. We must beg for it. We must run for it, right? Sarvatra, right? The fourth verse that everywhere and all the time we should look for this, right? So can anything be higher than that? Yes, Pandaji. Can you please still loudly, Pandaji? I'm sorry. Ma'am, sana mama hatam karo thua. Vidathathu pato. Mata prananathas sevana. So Mataji, explain this. How is this higher than that? Thinking about you all the time. Ashkishyava padaratam pinashtuma. Adarshanan marmahatam karotuma. Yatha tatha va vidadhatu lampatu. Mata prananathas tu sevanapara. So how is this mood higher than thinking about all the time you, my Lord? Please explain. This is right. I agree with you. But how is that? How is that mood is so high? I hope you can hear. Everybody can hear. You can, or I can pass this. Prabhuji, please, because it won't be the same if I repeat her words. It won't. The same भाव will not be there. महाराज, बोलिए आप क्या क्या कह रहे हैं प्लीज. Thank you. So, thank you so much. So basically, the eighth part of Sikshastakam is that, as Mataji said, is completely unconditional. Whether you appreciate it or whether you reject me, right? You give me an alingan or you just father tam pinas to mom. You just go get away. See, I don't want to see you, right? I would never. You are always my prananath. No matter what you do, that's not my consideration. And I agree with that. That it is the same, like I would say it is at the same level when we are worshipping for all the time, exclusively and ananya and all the time, right? We don't have any kind of a whatsoever kind of anything in return. Even if kind of the situation goes, everything goes kind of a, in reverse. Everything else turns out to be in a position. I'm still dedicated to you. Okay. This is the feelings of the Brajavasis, but there is still something higher. Can anybody please help me? Is there a higher emotion than this? Actually, when I say higher, in terms of pleasing Krishna, in terms of pleasing Krishna, right? The devotionals, the goal of the devotional service is to please spiritual master and ultimately please the please the Lord. The spiritual master is happy. Yes, Prabhu. Spiritual master is happy because we are properly engaged. And Krishna is happy because we are trying to please him. So, above this, what pleases the Krishna most? Gopal Govind Prabhu is going to say something. Well, the Tata quote is that Krishna is mind and Krishna cannot do anything other than what he is. Yeah. So Prabhuji, thank you so much. Right? You actually, yeah, you pointed right over there. What pleases Krishna most? Right? We, as we know, all the from the kind of the devotees of Vrindavan, they are the topmost, right? Starting from Mayapur Chandra to all of you to like devotees of the kind of Hastinapur, the devotee of Dwarka, Mathura, but Vrindavan. is the topmost. And among them is the starting from the cows and cowherd boys and gopis and cowherd boys and then parental mood and then the gopi, right? Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya. So gopis are the topmost. And among the gopis also, right, there are three divisions, but mainly two divisions. Mother Chandravali is at one side and Mother Radha and Srimati Radharani, right? So she's on one side. What is the mood of Chandravali, Mother Chandravali? She's completely surrendered, completely subservient, right? If Krishna anything jokes with her, she'll start crying. Whatever Krishna says, she believes 100%, right? And then what is the mood of Shruti Radharani? She's a Vamabhav, right? She's the leftist, but not the leftist. So leftists don't be happy, right? Sometimes it's something to be happy for them also, but she's actually most right. She's called Vamabhav. So she always makes the things in a very twisted manner. When Lord Krishna asks something, she says no. Or she compels Lord Krishna to do something, right? So which is not that because, but that mood, that her sulky mood, that pleases the Krishna most. That's why she takes that position, right? So the mood of Srimati Radharani is the topmost among all them. So that's the of course, now we as the jivas, we can never think to be like that. To serve Lord in that mood, right? So perfection for us is a different thing. But perfection of the devotional service in terms of pleasing Krishna, as a Srimati Radharani, she pleases him the most, right? And that's why Lord Chaitanya is in the mood of Srimati Radharani. So now there are two things. So where is our role, right? What's our role, right? Obviously, we are Nitya Baddha. I'm talking about myself, right? We are conditioned souls, and we can't really the eternal liberated soul, Nitya Mukta Jiva. We can where are we in this picture, right? We say where are we in this picture? Serving the divine couple, right? That's the kind of mood of all of us. So, what should be our meditation in this? Like, what is the perfection for us? Right? Who would say me? Please, all of yes, Mataji. Uh, so, Mataji sing Anya Vilashta Shunyam Jnana Karma Vyadhavtam Anukulle Krishna Shilam Bhakti Uttama. Right? So that is, but Mataji, we already spoke that, right? So what is, by no other Vilasha, right? Devoid of Jnana and Karma, pure, like purely about thinking about our beloved only. No knowledge, no knowledge of kind of he's my sub master, my friend. That mood, no karma, no gyan, right? And then we do whatever is favorable to serve to Krishna and give up whatever is unfavorable. That's the uttam bhakti. But what is our ultimate aspiration as the devotees? Like what in which sampradaya we are? Yes. Gopal Govind Prabhu has the jackpot today. Yes, Prabhu, go ahead. So everybody can hear him. But Prabhuji said that to serve the devotees, that should be our topmost goal. I agree with that. But there is something more. What's the purpose of serving the devotees? What is my ultimate purpose? What's your ultimate purpose as being whosoever you are? Love of God. That's true. Mataji, what did you say? Dasa dasanudas, right? Right. I'm the Gopi Bhartur Pada Kamalayo or Dasa dasanudas. But again, what I'm trying to achieve? What I am trying to achieve? Krishna Prema. By that Krishna Prema is just for me. What I'm trying to achieve for the object of my love. See, when we love somebody, we become ecstatic. But that's not the purpose of we enjoy company of I enjoy company of all of you devotee. But that's not service. If what is my purpose for you? Please, Krishna, in which way? Yes, Prabhu. Bhavitana Savita. So absolutely, we are in the Prabhuji said Prabhuji very nice. So we are in the line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Lord Krishna in the mood of Srimati Radharani. And what should be our meditation? Whatever is my Lord's meditation, right? So my Lord, what does he think that he actually wants to deliver one and all? Right? We are not like we are in the line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? So our moods should be how should I please my Lord and how he will be pleased as much as sincere service we do in terms of spreading this noise, preaching this name. So, but that is as the servant of as the our like as we all know, probably our current form has actually two eternal forms, right? As and when we achieve the perfection after this lifetime, not so long, but after this short life, I mean, we achieve the perfection. We actually achieve our original Sarupa in the Gaur Mahaprabhu's Leela and also in the Leela of Radha and Krishna. So, as a Parshad of Gaur Parshad, that's our meditation, right? Chanting the holy name and spreading the holy name. Now, what is our meditation as the Parshad of Sri Radha Madhav, Sri Radha Damodar? What is the topmost goal that we want to achieve? Again, in the same word, not in terms of mind. How do I please mine? How do I please the divine couple? How do I become a small instrument so that I help them unite? Right? What does the Rajvasis do all the time? What do all the gopis they do all the time? All the cowherd boys, all the parrot, and all the what do they all the time? How to facilitate the union of Radha and Krishna? Right? So like this is our meditation as a disciple in the parampara of Srila Prabhupada, the Gaudiya Vaishnava parampara. Our duty is to give our heart and soul to the chanting of holy name and spreading this mission. Yes, as an eternal kind of a servant, insignificant, like but we are all eternal beings, as the servant of the divine couple in that Das Dasanudas. Our goal is to add whatever kind. How can we add in that ecstasy? How can we add in that ecstasy to meet? I'm coming to the point that we are at right in the heart of Vrindavan, right? Damodar, Radha Damodar. In our actually the home of Vrindavan, Radha Damodar has the all the you can see maximum kind of it's a spiritual embassy to say all the powerful kind of samadhis and deities are there. So what's the meditation of like over there and what's the meditation over here, right? The serving Krishna means actually serving cows, right? What does Krishna do? 12 hours he serves the cows and other 12 hours he enjoys the byproducts of the serving the cow. If you see his midday meal, his evening meal, everything is kind of so the kind of here, right? Being in Radha Damodar Dham, we must take the mood of this dham, right? How many of you how many of you are here for the first time? Wow. Roji for the first time, right? So we were discussing when Ramchandra Prabhu came here, and I was telling him that as if I know something. I said, Prabhu, you know this old guest house? Then it is now has all attached bathrooms and so kind of a wonderful. He said, then when we came for the first time, he said, I remember. He said there was one bed, not one bed. There was nothing. We were just sleeping on the floor. I think so. He's probably one of the earliest, but probably here, right? This one that our old guest house here is all. Everybody was sleeping on the floor. I didn't see that part. I was little late maybe or maybe, but that it started from there, right? So this is that it was from there. Right now, what we have, right, is completely different, right? So the mood here is to serve the cows, right? Why cows? Because Krishna himself serves it barefoot 12 hours a day, right? If I love Krishna, shouldn't be my meditation that how can I please my Lord? Does anybody know? And I'm sure, I'm thinking Gopal Govind Prabhu has the answer, or maybe Padmanaಭ Prabhu. Why did Krishna, when they came from Vrindavan to Mathura, and then Nanda Maharaj, after killing Kansa and everybody, Nanda Maharaj was not willing to go home. He says, no, he is waiting for Krishna and Balram to join him home, right? But then he was at heart, he knew that since Nanda Maharaj has had no knowledge that Krishna is a son of Vasudevi. There was never direct meeting between Vasudevi and Nanda Maharaj that I'm handing you my son over there. When Vasudevi brought Krishna from Mathura to Gokul Vrindavan, everything was under the sleep. So there was no direct explanation. For Nanda Maharaj, my wife had delivered, has a boy in the midnight. Then she was so tired and nothing was declared. It's a very kind of harm. So he thinks Krishna was born to Mother Yashoda only. There was never a word exchange like that. Okay, I'm leaving my son and I'll take it sometime. But Balaram was definitely born to Mother Rohini, who is the wife of Vasudevji. And Balaramji was staying there all 11 years. So when after killing Kansa, when they have to go back, the Nanda Maharaj was worried about Vasudevji. See, because if I take Krishna home, Balaramji will also follow it. And what will happen to Vasudevji? For that reason, he wasn't asking, okay, Krishna, let's go home. Both the brothers were every day, Daddy, let's go home. Baba, let's go home. We are kind of very much, these people, they are all trying to come to close me and see that, oh, they have so much affection, but I'm getting sick of it. I'm really getting sick of it. Let's go home every day. But then they say what to do. If we go home, then Vasudevi would be broken hearted. And then kind of, he says, Nanda Maharaj says, Krishna, how about if all of us come to here? It's a big city. What to have some people from Vrindavan. So what was the reason Krishna at that time gives? He says, Baba, I think that's perfect answer, but what about my cows? How would Mathura is a city? Where would my cows stay? Then Nand Maharaj has now no answer. Gopis and all the cowherd boys and everybody they can be all engaged. But what to do with the cows? Because of the cows, Nanda Maharaj and Gopis and all them, the cowherd boys, they stayed back in Vrindavan. So that for those cows, now, we must give our heart, right? I mean, it is something practically kind of inconceivable to hear that in a Western world, this is possible, right? All of us know that. What's an average life of a cow over here in Western world? What's an average life of a cow? How many years an average cow lives? How many years? Average natural lifespan of a cow is 15 to 22 years. If a cow is allowed to live naturally in the Western world, it's a it's a shame actually. If we take the average, it's actually less than 1 year. Why? Because all the male calves are being taken away at the age of 3 months to 6 months. And practically all the male calves between 3 to 6 months. An average cow would be giving milk for 3 cycles. She starts giving us at the first or second year. So 3 cycles between 3 to 5 years. She is spent and she goes to the market. Every single cow. I'm a Krishna devotee, but it doesn't bother me. Why? Why it doesn't bother me? Right? Isn't it a serious matter? Right? That if there's no option, I could go vegan. There is no option. There are millions of people live vegan, right? But if there is an option. Why would not I take all my efforts, right? My humble request, right? We should see this looks so romantic, right? In the morning, we are walking. I met some devotees. It looks like exactly like Vrindavan, right? Even modern day Vrindavan is also not like that. It has become very industrialized. when you walk here in the morning, so it's all like a fog, and there's a little some light and forest and everything, and it is looks so romantic, right? But do we really know how hard is this live in this place? Have you ever been here in a winter months, right? Practically maximum 10 devotees, between 5 and 10 devotees, they manage the whole business, right? The farm, the cows, the temple, the guest, right? And we know we are Hare Krishna devotees. Wherever we go, Prasadam has to be there, right? I'm I'm talking about myself, right? And it's not easy. Like at our home, somebody comes and we serve them one or two times, and right, but it's they this. I mean, my point is that just to reciprocate the service of these devotees, untiring service of devotees, we should think that what can I do? What should I do? My we just many of you mentioned that serving the devotees should be our highest priority, right? Like this is the and the serving the cows, right? My point is that I mean, why should not we have faith in Krishna? Yeah, we just mentioned he's all powerful. He can do everything, right? Krishna, but Krishna wants us to that how much we really care about this. At the end of our day, how much we see if it is expensive, I should minimize the intake, right? I can't afford the Lexus and BMW car, so I stop driving. No, I get Ford, right? I I can buy. I mean, I can afford the car. Then I use the public transportation, but I should not compromise on the principle. If when devotee says expensive, then minimize your intake, right? Whatever. My humble request, like we should dream that, like every single devotee should do this. Then like we should give the opportunity to the actually outside world, right? The outside people, because this is so pure, this is so good, it's so good for health. We know how much the modern day dairy industry is the problem of all our health problems, right? Thus, if we the it's just having a pure milk product is practically unknown in India, or even in here also, because it gets so much manipulated. So many health problems are simply because of that. Because what are the cows are being fed and so what not. On that point, we can include so many people who are, I mean, rationalist people, intellectuals, who may not have the sensitivity towards cows like us, but they think, oh, this is really good for my health, this is good for land, this is good for environment, this is good for economy, let me support this. But if we devotees don't create this platform, how in a world anyone can do this? Tell me, your my and your life and soul is to be Vrajavasi. Someday serve Krishna in the Vrindavan, be a cowherd and play with Krishna over there. But if I do not take even minimum steps, right? Tell me how many of us can come really stay on the farm and do the farming. I think mm, mm, some of you might be qualified, but it's so difficult for us, right? Practically. So my all in on mind, actually, the concluding, I think, as I said, we'll have only 10 minutes for the discussion. 8 to 10 is the curtain will open. Today's our meditation, right? We want to be in Vrindavan, Krishna in Vrindavan, right? The I want to give my heart and soul, right, to the process of chanting, exclusive, ananya, all the time. I want to give up everything to serve Krishna, right? As I want to in the as a servant in the moment of Srila Prabhupada's movement, I want to serve, help him, all the devotees, whatever insignificant way I can, I want to help spread this word, right? That's our meditation is that, right? This is our meditation. And I'm here in Vrindavan Dham. This is a one practical step, you know, how I should make this possible. Devotees are doing it. How can I support it? Right? When the devotees they started this service, they had desire that this would go far and wide, right? Everywhere. So this should be also kind of it should go in our heart. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I thought it was 8:10, but it was 8 o'clock. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Thank you so much. Guru Jara Sada Kengon Hati Guru Jara Jaya Radhe, Jaya Veena.
ಭಕ್ತಿ ವೇದಾಂತ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣನಿಗೆ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಪರಿವೇಷ್ಟರಿಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಚಾರ್ಯ ಹೇತಾಸ್ತಾಬ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ರಮಿಸ್ತ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಪ್ರಭು ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಶ್ರೀ ದ್ವೈತದಾರ ಶ್ರೀವಾಸ್ತವಿಂದು ಸುಶ್ರೀ ರಾಧಾ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಗೋಪಿನಾಥ ಶ್ಯಾಮಕುಂಡ ರಾಧಾ ಕುಂಡ ದೇವಾಗುಣಕ್ಕೆ ವೃಂದಾವನ यमुना माई की भक्ति देवी की श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की ब्रज वृंदावन धाम की धाम की की श्री श्री राधा दामोदर भगवान की श्री गोविंदाय की स्तोन गीता की दो भक्त की गीताय गौर all branches of Buddha, all branches of Buddha. We don't have to Prashana, no breakfast. If 10 o'clock start, we come back here at the clock. You have to get this session over here. So please ask all the family, everyone, and everyone to send the companions. We want them to be here by the solution.
Okay.